All right. Welcome to our next Q&A, and I say our because it's one of those times where I have a special guest with me, and that is the TheMTVernonKid, my good friend Chris. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Hello, everyone.
Yep. So this is the next Q&A, and as you can see, it's all about Victor Von Doom himself. As always, if you guys would like to be part of the next Patreon request, just hit the link in the description box below. Head on over to my Patreon. Hit the first tier. That'll allow you access to do so. I'll also be doing episode reviews of Alien Earth, which is premiering tonight. I don't know if I'll be reviewing it tonight because camera lighting will be shit. It's going to be late. But yeah, it will be up there. But anyway. So, Chris, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Our first set of questions come from David Deister, who asks, if Doctor Doom was redeemed, who would be the one to do it? I mean, it's kind of obvious that, the closest anyone's gotten to redeeming Doctor Doom is his goddaughter, Valeria.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Valeria is really the only one who's been able to do that. Everyone else, it's just I tolerate you. Valeria's just yeah, that's my kid.
Yeah.
Dear old Uncle Doom. I have seen this kid basically even get out from under Doom, and Doom's like, if you were anyone else, I would have killed you. And she's like, but you won't. And he's like, damn it. So yeah.
Yeah, Valeria, she knows how to get around Uncle Victor's charm.
Yeah. So, all right. Second question. Who would you cast as Doctor Doom in the MCU instead of Robert Downey Jr.? Mine was Adam. You said David said Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
Who would you have picked, Chris?
Matt Mickelson probably would have been one.
That's a solid one. I would have gone with. Oh, sorry.
And what is his name? I'm forgetting his name. I'm always forgetting his name. He played Malfoy's father.
Jason Isaacs. That's my pick too.
Yeah, Jason Isaacs. Yeah.
That Isaacs or Irons? Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, I could have seen that too.
Yeah. Someone also mentioned that Javier Bardem would have been cool as Doctor Doom, and I'm like, I can't. That'd been really cool too.
True.
Yeah. If this was in the 90s, I feel like, what was his name? He played, if this was the 90s, I feel like, it is going to sound weird, Cary Ells could have played Doctor Doom.
Yeah, Cary could have did it. I could have seen him. I mean, he's got that evil side to him as well.
Yeah. So, third question. What would a Doctor Doom versus Invincible crossover be like? I guess Doctor Doom and crossing into the Invincible universe. I guess maybe Doctor Doom is in the multiverse and finds his way into the Invincible universe, and the thing is he's so Doom basically outclasses 90% of the villains, and I guarantee you with enough Doctor Doom's like Batman. You give him enough prep time, he will annihilate the Viltrumites.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is going to be brains over brawn, big time.
Yeah.
And also adding Victor's sorcery and alchemy into the mix, it ain't going to be easy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. There's no villain who uses science and sorcery in the Invincible universe. So I feel like Doctor Doom, I don't care what Robert Kirkman says, he's fucking, Doom is owning the Invincible universe.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, the Viltrumites are not as strong as they make them out to be. Y'all need to get off that TV series, because when you read the comics, you can see the difference.
Yeah. All right. So, thank you for those questions, David. Moving on down to Bill. And Bill's first question is, what is your favorite aspect of Doctor Doom?
Well, for me, I think I've always said this about Doctor Doom. He's everything you want in a villain. He's brains and brawn. This is the guy that if he sees Thor coming down, he's not really going to run from Thor. He's going to stand there and let him talk. But eventually, if they have to go into a fight, Doom is going to fight him. That's Doctor Doom. His biggest problem is his ego. His ego is his greatest weakness.
Yeah. For me, I think my favorite aspect of Doctor Doom is that he's very multifaceted. Like, he can play the hero, the villain, and also the other thing, he basically walks into a room and owns it. Like, Doom literally stood before a bunch of Celestials and went, "First shot's on you."
Right.
Yeah. So that's my favorite aspect, is that he's multifaceted. He can be the hero, he can be the villain, and that's the thing. Like, he's one of the most he's complex. He's like, everything is for Doom, but also, like, he cares about Valeria. He wants to save people. That's what I think people forget about Doctor Doom, is that deep down he does want to save. He thinks he's saving people from themselves. Even like in Doom War, he stood before Bast and said, "I don't want to kill anyone, but to make the world a safer place, I got to do this. And you know I'm right." Yeah. So, second question. What is your favorite adaptation of Doctor Doom? Favorite adaptation from, I guess, from like outside of comics, I think my favorite adaptation of Doctor Doom, because we haven't had in the live action movies, God knows, I would say my favorite adaptation of Doctor Doom, well, I'll give you two. First one, the 90s cartoon of Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I was about to just say that those early 90s versions of Doom were great. You know, he went from the Fantastic Four, he was on the Hulk cartoon in the 90s, so yeah. I mean, it was him in the 90s cartoon. It was him responsible for why Jennifer was turned into She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I would say... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
My second one is Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes Doctor Doom. He wasn't in there, but he owned the room every time he was in the episodes.
Yeah, he did. I mean, there was the episode where they did fight him, and he held his own. Again, what I just talked about, guy had to hold his own. But yeah, even when I remember the line from Tony when he was talking to Pepper, he's like, "Hey, Pepper, guess what? Guess what I had a problem with? I'll give you one clue. His name rhymes with boom." I was like, "That was cool."
Yeah.
The cartoon adaptations have always been a great version of them. Even those classic '80s versions of Doctor Doom that were in like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Even he had like a very imposing voice. I remember the episode of Spider-Man from 1981 where Doctor Doom took over the UN and he was controlling all the UN delegates, and he was like, he's like, "Now, Web Slinger, I am master of the world." And Spider-Man said something like, "Hey, I don't care if you're master of Melvin's supermarket." It was the funniest shit, but yeah, it was great. I don't hate. I'll say this much about the first installments of Doom. I'll stick with Julian McMahon. Rest in peace. He wasn't bad.
I think if there was a better script and better story, he would have been a phenomenal Doom.
I was just about to say that. He was not bad. Mr. McMahon was not bad. The script wasn't proper from. I didn't like this whole concept of him and Sue being together or something like that. I wasn't really feeling that. I really wanted to see more of the Doom and Reed rivalry. We didn't really get that in those movies. You know, I just thought it could have been better.
Yeah.
You know, and fuck that, whatever that other shit was. I don't even talk about that.
I'm gonna also give a quick shout out to the Doom in the Moonscope cartoon of Fantastic Four. I thought that was pretty good. Yeah. I thought that was pretty good, but anyway. Third question. This one I'm gonna have to fly solo on this one, Chris. How would Doctor Doom fare in Warhammer Fantasy? pretty goddamn well. A mixture of magic and science, and also Doom is not bowing to the Chaos Gods in no way, shape, or form. Um, uh, yeah, he's not bowing to the Chaos Gods. Uh, he's just going to just wreck house. Like Doom, I have seen Doctor Doom adapt to a different universe in 5 minutes. Like, dude literally got once banished by Franklin to this pocket universe. First thing he did, with no armor, no gadgets, he literally killed a lion with one punch and wore its skin. Yeah.
Wait, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember that.
Dude literally is just going to own it. So anyway, thank you for those questions, Bill. Moving on now to Jason Voorhees 2011. First question. Which comic book writer do you think wrote Doctor Doom the best? Jonathan Hickman.
Yep, I was about to say that. Hickman does a great job with Doom. That a time slot can do good, but then sometimes he doesn't.
I think Ryan North's been good.
Mark Wade writes him well.
Yeah, Mark Wade. I think Ryan North has been really good.
Yeah.
Christopher Cantwell.
Yes, he does write pretty well.
Yeah, and you can't forget.
He did that Doom series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course you can't forget Jack Kirby and Stan Lee.
Yeah, you can't forget the two that great them. Yeah.
But I will say at the top of the pyramid is Hickman.
Yeah, Hickman. Because Hickman's a science guy. Like, Hickman will always write Doom properly. And that's why he's such a great he's such a great writer when it comes to Fantastic Four. Why his run is so revered, because that man can write. He writes Fantastic Four perfectly. It's just shocking sometimes. He really goes into his science really well too. You can
tell. Yeah. So there you go. Second question. If Doom were in the DC universe, which hero do you think he'd work as a villain for? I mean, it's I'd probably. Oh, sorry. You go ahead, Chris. If you got an idea.
I was definitely gonna say. I'm not gonna say Superman. Everybody probably say Superman, but I'm gonna go Mr. Terrific.
Really?
Yeah, I think him and Terrific would have a rivalry in terms of because Doom would hate that this guy he's the what? Smartest man? Okay. I definitely would see him having some kind of rivalry with Lex. He would hate Lex. But he would probably see himself in Lex too, like, you arrogant. When you get two arrogant a-holes together, it's hard to not say, oh, I get it. Oh yeah, I'm with you. No, he would hate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's everyone's villain.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, it's hard because he's literally gonna throw hands with everybody. It's really hard to pin down any. I know everyone says it's Fantastic Four's villain, but Doom is everyone's villain, and that's why I think it's gonna work here.
That's another thing. I'll also throw in too, because there's a lot of yes, he began in Fantastic Four. I get it, but when you think about it, go look around. Ask yourself, how many Marvel heroes have crossed over with Doom? I remember, hell, even Luke Cage crossed over when he owed Luke Cage money, and Luke said, "Yo, you owe me money. You better give me my money, or I'm gonna hurt you." It is the funniest shit. You cross over with anybody.
Yeah.
I know Dr. Doom also, he had found this. This is just how crazy he is. He had found one time one of Spider-Man's tracers, and his spider tracers, and Black Cat told him where it was in the Liberian embassy. What he was trying to do was break the frequency of Peter's tech, so he can trace who Peter Parker was. So yeah, like that just shows how dangerous this guy is. Like he's like, oh, I got his tech. So I'm just gonna find him. That's scary. Like that's scary when somebody he goes that deep. Yeah, it was stupid for him to keep it in the embassy, but yeah, he's no joke.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Third question. Thoughts on the current Ultimate version where Reed is Doom? I like it. I think it's a neat idea. It's really tragic, too, of what the maker did to Reed.
I was just about to say that it's fine, but yeah, it's very tragic. You're like, oh damn! Like when you get to that part where he tells his story of what, and you're like, oh god damn, like that happened. Shit, it's like you really feel for Reed in there.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. What is your name? Like, what is your name? Is like, my name is Reed Richard. No, it's Doom. Yeah. It's a depressing story.
It's a very depressing story. Like, you just really, it's like, man, like he really.
Yeah. So they go those questions. Jason, moving on now to Rory Blitz 88, who asks, who would win in a battle between Doom and Optimus Prime?
That actually happened, I think.
Yeah, that did happen. That and Doom kicked his ass.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Doom. It was like a cheap. It was like a back to the back shot, but Doom won.
Yeah.
So.
It happened.
Yeah.
It happened in that new Avengers Transformers crossover,
which was god awful. So yeah, we know that fight. I'm gonna have to skip this one because it's like, could you pick any DC hero to fight Doom? We just did that.
Right.
Third question: what DC villain would you like to see team up with Doom? Okay. What do you got?
Go first?
Yeah, you go first.
You said DC villains, right?
Yeah, DC villains.
I'm not putting Lex. I'm telling you, they're not gonna get along. Maybe Darkseid, because I think Doom would want to keep him close. Like, okay, I'm gonna check for a weakness.
Yeah.
But if I need, yeah, I would say Darkseid for sure.
Okay. I will say, I mean, if they did a villain, it would be Lex and Doom in a Marvel DC one. But I would say the one I would really like to see is Ra's al Ghul.
I was just about to say him too. I was trying to leave Batman villains out. I was like, all right, let me. But yeah, I could see them too. But they would also be like not very trusting of each other either. Like, yeah, I don't trust him.
You see, I think they would have like a respect for each other because Doom and Ray, like, I think Ra's would be like, you're a tyrant and everything I'm fighting against, but you're also like, you know, there's a refinedness to you. And Doom would be like, and you're an idealistic idiot, but, you know, I can't deny you run a great ship.
Yeah.
So I think, for me, Doom and Ra's.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So thank you for those questions, Rory. And now we come to some jackass named the TheMTVernonKid. Chris, do you know this guy?
I think I do.
First question: do you think Victor will ever learn to forgive? Fuck no. I love you, brother, but like, no. Well?
Oh, me? Oh,
yeah.
That was just for you, but no. I'll just say no.
All right. Second question: do you think Victor and Reed will ever be friends? Fuck no.
Maybe, I want to say maybe in some universe, but maybe not. No.
Yeah, Chris, in the Cantwell Doom miniseries, he literally met a version of himself that made a perfect utopia, and all that, like, that Victor told him, all you have to do is forgive Reed, and then he used the ultimate nullifier to kill him, to kill that entire universe, just so he wouldn't be nice to Reed.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's a level of petty bitch. So, Thank you, Chris, for those.
Mhm.
All right. Moving on now to Gordon Rajani, who asks, "What Marvel villain do you think Doom has the best rapport with?" Well, I personally think there's two. One's a solid villain. The other's not. He's kind of half and half. And you know who I'm talking about. We're gonna start with that one. It's Namor.
Namor, yeah, Namor's one of them.
Yeah, Namor and him are actually friends. Like Doom has called Namor his friend. They're not. At first, they started as like necessary allies, but like he actually respects Namor. I remember in Dark Reign where Norman Osborn tried to have Namor assassinated, and Doom literally was like, "Where's Namor? Where? What did you do to him?" And then, like when Osborn wouldn't respond, Doom wrecked house.
Right.
Yeah, Doom has literally saved Namor from hell, and in turn, Namor has saved Doom. They actually like each other, which is kind of rare.
Very rare.
Yeah. The other villain that I would say he doesn't like but respects is Dracula.
Yeah, I was also going to put Magneto up there as well.
Oh yeah, Magneto. Yeah.
They kind of also see where each is coming from. You know, while Magneto sees, because Doom is a monarch of his own. But yeah, there's also the moment of like Doom will also look at Magneto because he understands the concept of where Magneto's coming from. Because like one villain that Doom does not like at all is the Red Skull.
Yeah.
He does not like Red Skull at all. He's made that perfectly clear many times. Like I remember once he even said, like, if you ever step foot in Liberia, you're dead. You're a dead man. I was like, yeesh. Like,
Yeah.
as much as, look, there's also, like, as much as Doom is, you could say he's a villain and everything, he doesn't like terrorism, and that's been shown many times.
He also hates, like, he just hates Nazis.
Yeah. So he's shown that many times. I mean, hell, the 9/11 issue of Spider-Man, you actually saw Doom crying. I was like, whoa, he's crying.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's even said in it's even in X-Men 97 where in that episode he talked about like I didn't sign on for you to wipe out Genosha like that.
Yeah.
You literally like Doom literally says you lied to me about what you were going to do and then you just committed like I don't want no part of this. Don't call me again. Don't call me again, Bastion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I forgot about Magneto. He respects Eric a lot. With why I say Dracula is because he sees like he respects him as another monarch. He doesn't like him, but respects him. He sees him as like nobility and a monarch and a warlord. So the two have a rapport, like I don't like you, but you don't like me, but we're cool. But like I think you're pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah. So there you go. Second question. What do you think is the best scheme Doom ever came up with? For me, I think the best scheme he ever came up with was stealing the Purple Man's powers.
Yeah, I was just about to say that one. Yeah, that's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He literally won, and then he just got bored.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally like in Rick and Morty, where he's like, "I'm bored, everybody out."
I'll also say, I mean, what he's done, what he's doing now, like he tricked Steven to give up the Sorcerer's Ring title. I was like, he's like, yeah, you got it. I'm the only one that can do this spell. And okay, now give me back the nope, it's mine now. I was like, Jesus.
It was literally like give it back. Give what back?
Yeah, give what back? Yeah, like exactly.
Yeah. So, I think that's a good one. I think also when one of the best schemes Doom ever did was during Doom War, where he literally confessed to Boss to give him the vibranium.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So those are a few. Yeah. So third question: Which villain from outside of Marvel do you think could match wits with Doom the best? Okay, villain in general, not just DC. I think the Major from...
Major. Yeah, I was going to say Major.
Yeah.
Van Cleese.
Oh, that's another one I was thinking of. Van Cleese from Generator Rex. I think also...
I was about to say Bump Rock, but that's no.
I would say if you want to go by like IDW or Image, I'd say Cobra Commander.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe get Cobra Commander. Yeah.
Not like cartoon Cobra. I'm talking comics Cobra Commander.
Destro. I'll probably put Destro in there.
I'd also say Chase Young from Shaolin Showdown.
Yes.
I think also...
I was going to say Firelord Ozai.
Okay. I can see it.
I'm kind of... I'm not saying fully.
I would say...
Maybe Skeletor.
I would say Well, we've seen it before, but like Megatron. Shredder, definitely.
Shredder.
If I was to pick like a Power Ranger villain, I'd probably pick Lord Daishi from Jungle Fury, or or Mesogog from Dino Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Those are a few.
Yeah, those are a few.
All right, thank you for those questions, Gordon. Moving on now to Tom Hibbert, who asks, oh boy, here we go. Do you think Josh Trank's version of Doctor Doom just proves why a gritty Fantastic Four wouldn't work, considering the fact it's meant to be grand and bombastic? I mean, that version of Doctor Doom is not gritty at all. It's garbage. You want to talk about grit? Yeah. That Doctor... What the hell was that Doom? Like, he's he's, like, wearing an oxygen mask, and he's, like, body horror?
Yeah, you're talking about that
Fan Four Stick.
Yeah, whatever. I don't talk about that. It's disgusting.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it just doesn't work on a whole. How about that?
It doesn't work at all.
All right. Second question. What are your thoughts when Doom became the infamous Iron Man?
I actually enjoyed that. I liked that run. You know, I didn't hate it. I knew it wasn't gonna last. You know, this is actually when Doom actually fixed his face. He basically fixed himself, made him he like I'm handsome again and everything like that. But he was okay. You know, I mean, even some of the heroes were like, hey, they gave him credit. They were like, yo, he's actually okay.
Yeah. I think it started out cool, but then it just Bendis went Bendis.
That's what I mean. You see?
That's
what I mean. Like he starts and then he just goes willy nilly, and I'm like, what are you doing now?
Yeah. I definitely think it had a cool idea, and if this was Bendis 10 years ago, it would have been executed better. But here, no. Yeah.
I also say his costume was pretty cool.
The suit is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's okay.
Yeah.
Third question. Do you think making Doctor Doom the leader of a country makes him interesting as a villain? Yeah.
Yes, and that's one of the main reasons. Go listen to some of the interviews that Stan Lee talks about Doctor Doom, and he says one of the interesting thing about him is the fact that he's a monarch, and he would do something very horrible, and the heroes knew they couldn't go stop him because he's either in the embassy, and that would look like an act of war. So he would really use his head to think about it, like, you can't do that. So yeah, it is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's really cool because it gives him an extra layer as a character. I think it gives him a lot gives him a lot of complexity that he loves his people, but like he's also a fucking dictator.
Yeah, he's a dictator.
Yeah, emphasis on dick.
Yeah.
But he has genuine love for his people, and like he does understand that like I'm putting a lot on them, but it's for their own good. Which is not cool, but like, yeah, it's really cool. Anyway, I think there's questions. Tom moving out. Imagine8, who asks, if a symbiote tried to bond with Doom, do you think he would overpower it and force him to obey him or reject it outright to his pride? Oh yeah, he's done that before.
Yeah,
yeah.
Gonna say he's done that before.
Yeah, he's literally bent symbiotes to his will. He did that during King in Black. He did that during a Venom story. Yeah, it's not even it's not even a question of if he can. We've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Second question. Do you think Doom should be on the Mount Rushmore of comic book supervillains? Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's on mine.
Yeah. It's always going to be a debate of who the other three are, but Doom is the definitive of comic book supervillains, Mount Rushmore worthy.
Yep, he's on mine, so yes.
Yep. Third question. Do you think Doom would ever be deemed worthy to wield Mjolnir? And if so, how do you think he would use and abuse? Yeah, he's done that.
I think he's done. Yeah, I remember him holding it once.
He's literally done it to my knowledge, 3 times.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, but he's done it. I know he has.
Yeah. The hammer literally deemed, in one comic of Thor during the Walt Simonson run, he literally took the hammer from Thor, and Thor's just like, what are you doing? Like, why is it not dropping you? Like, Doom is like, yeah, I'll give it back. Because I think at the time, Doom was kicked out of Latveria by another dictator, and he was going to use Thor's hammer to get it back, to get his country back.
That was Walt Simonson's run, I think.
Yeah, that's what I said, Walt Simonson's run.
Yeah, oh, you said, okay, I didn't hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's really cool. I think also the other time was during Secret Wars. I can't remember the third time, but yeah, he's done it. Anyway.
Yeah, he has done it.
All right. Moving on now to Alistair Bondman, who asks, why do you think the movies can never get Doom right? Let's face it, RDJ Doom isn't likely to work either, and honestly, Nicholas Hoult was such a perfect Lex in Superman. Don't you wish Marvel had snagged him to play? Oh, he's asking if Nicholas Hoult. I mean, he would have been cool, but like we haven't seen RDJ's Doom. I mean, we haven't seen Downey Jr.'s Doom, so we can't really judge it. I mean, oh yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not. I said it before about RDJ. I was like, there was a reason for why they went with him. I get it. You know, it is fanfare, and you know we want to. I get it, and you know this is an alternate timeline where a different Earth. And if you saw Fantastic Four, you know he's from that Earth.
Yeah.
And we saw him with Baby Franklin. But yeah, like I said, yeah, I wish it was someone else. But I'm interested in seeing how they're going to play him off. And my biggest question: will he have an accent? Will things like that? Like, will he?
I just wanted to wear the fucking mask the whole time.
Yeah, wear the mask. Like, that's the one biggest thing. Like, wear that mask. Like, I don't want him taking off his mask. You know, if it is going, then he's better be scarred underneath there.
Yeah. No, well, they're gonna say like Franklin healed his face or something.
Yeah, that's probably what they're gonna do.
Yeah. I just want a Doom that just wears the helmet the whole fucking movie. Anyway. So there you go. Second question. Do you think Doom is right?
Depends on right for what. Because there are times I sometimes tend to see myself, he's not wrong on certain things. I'm like, he's not that wrong.
Yeah.
But then there are times I'm just like, yeah, what the hell? Like, then there's times I'm just like, it's that fucking ego again. See? It's like you got your goddamn ego.
Yeah. I think in theory he's right that humanity needs to be saved from itself sometimes, but it's just the manner of going about it that I think is the wrong way.
His actions.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Also, when he says the future where Doctor Doom rules in the future of 2099, it's like, yeah, it's not a great future though. Yeah. Third question: which animated Doom is the closest to peak Doom? I guess we'll count this one because this is asking animated directly. Alistair said Fantastic Four: Earth's Greatest Heroes, the one where it looks like an anime, which I think is a solid answer.
Oh yeah, the Boons.
Yeah.
I would say that probably.
But I will say, like we said earlier, I think peak Doom in other media is 90s cartoon Doom.
I mean, still to this day, I look at what Dr. Doom from Fantastic Four did. I mean, at one point he blew up an island. They lost their powers, and he went after them. And if it wasn't for Daredevil helping them, Doom would have killed them.
Yeah.
And then of course, Ben nearly killed him because he had to get turned back into the thing, and he broke his hands and crushed his hands, and Reed had to stop him from killing him. He's like, Ben, we're not murderers. He's like, yeah, made me turn back into this. Now I can't be with Alicia. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh boy, yeah, Ben's gonna kill him.
Yeah. So I think 90s cartoon Doom is peak animated Doom. Thank you for those questions, Alistair. Moving on now to Gluzman, who asks, in Fantastic Four 2005 video, Cody Franklin from Pointless Hub said that Doctor Doom is one of the comic book elements that so only accept if you take... Okay, I'm trying to read this.
Okay.
Because it's like a whole mess of a sentence. So that audience only accept it if you take to build him up, and not just weird to the audience that an Eastern European wizard dictator is the enemy of New Yorker-based superheroes. Do you agree? Okay, I think I get it. Basically, should they have hyped up Doctor Doom rather than go with Kang?
So well, I mean, okay, we let's look at the first part of it. Doom was gonna supposedly come later.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be Kang. He was supposed to be the big bad for the iteration of the next movies. And then with the situation that happened with Jonathan Majors, they had to go ahead of their next plan. They had to basically do a change. They had to change it. They chose Dr. Doom. Was I surprised they went with Dr. Doom right? No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I still would have saved Doom because there were other characters they could have used outside of Doom, but the Audible, they did an Audible. They chose Doom. Why? Yeah. Another reason why Doom is familiar. People know Doom. Even non-comic book fans know who that character is. They see that character. Oh, that's Dr. Doom. He's very recognizable. He's got street cred, as I like to say. He's very recognizable. So most people outside of us didn't even know who Kang was, and I know proof of that because I have people that was like, I don't know, is he real? Is he a real character? Like, yeah, he's a real character. He's more of an Avenger villain, but yeah, Dr. Doom, everybody knows him. Everybody knows that character. The guy in the iron suit. Most people say, oh, he's like evil Iron Man, which I've heard people say many times.
Yeah. I think I think Feige is blowing hot smoke by saying, oh no, Doom was always good. Like we saw that Kang wasn't popular enough, and I can believe to an extent that Kang wasn't popular enough, but you built Kang up from Loki to Ant-Man to all of that. Right. All the multiverse stuff was to usher in Kang, and then you chickened out because of the Lee Majors thing. You couldn't just recast Doom and say it's another variant, right?
Yeah, they didn't even try to.
Yeah.
Recast like they could have recasted him.
Yeah. And on top of that, if you really wanted to use Doom right from the get-go, then use Doom. Like, use Dr. Doom right out the get-go rather than try to throw him as a Hail Mary. And also as a Hail Mary, don't cast Robert Downey Jr. Actually have a different actor. Yeah. I mean, am I excited to see Dr. Doom hopefully done right? Yeah, but I'm also worried it's not properly built up. That's my thing. Yeah. So, yeah, that looks like all the questions. Chris, thank you so much for coming on here.
You're welcome.
Yep. And yeah, once again, if you'd like to be part of the next Q&A, just hit the link in the description box below. Head on over to my Patreon. Hit the, keep trying to say third, the first tier. That'll allow you access to do so. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.
Yep.